Hi, my name is Zina Ahmed. This is a project that we have been working on, me, Islam, and Al Hanuf for our biomath project. The purpose of this project is to actually create or apply a mathematical model to a live process or phenomenon like the incidence and growth of fever, which is an infectious disease. Most of the natural processes that occur around in this world can be explained mathematically. Likewise, many of our daily phenomena, from a plethora of business constraints facing the product and project managers to the outbreaks of epidemics like cholera in Zimbabwe, can be modeled through various mathematical models. This happens as these processes and phenomena have certain set of methods and ways for occurring and expanding. An epidemic has to start somewhere and then spread to different places. Then it has to follow some systematic pattern through its own mechanism to spread to a wider population. Then we can use several mathematical models to actually explain the ways these epidemics spread in the world or other natural phenomena take place. Most natural processes can be understood through various established mathematical models. Others, which are relatively new and have newer patterns, can be modeled by recording their mathematical functions and through manipulation. The developed mathematical model will then provide a blueprint of how the phenomenon develops, spreads, and if it does, how it ends. These developed models can be used to predict the occurrence of this phenomena in other parts of the world accurately. Furthermore, the analysis will always know beforehand the pattern of the spreading of the phenomenon and its pattern through known or as yet unknown containment methods. As an example, Tweedle and Smith in 2012 specifically developed a mathematical model to understand the incidence and spread of an infectious disease. This disease was the beaver fever. They chose this disease as they understood that it was the most infectious disease of its time. They failed to apply any existing mathematical model to the occurrence of the disease. Accordingly, they had to develop their own mathematical model to explain the disease outbreaks in any given locality. Then they utilize several variables to model the strike and then spread of the disease in any given locality of a given size. The resultant model was a prototype of the nature of this epidemic. The song we chose is Gangnam Style because it became an international song in a very short period of time. In 2012, the South Korean rapper Psy became popular around the world with the popularity of his viral music video Gangnam Style. The popularity was so immense that even South Korean tourist police had to adapt to the video and wear fashionable clothes. And they didn't only become Gangnam Style fashionable, but their new uniforms were designed by that same costume designer of the Gangnam. Psy became a pop sensation while he was not famous at all before his video went viral. The video received the most hits on YouTube and was watched and sundry with appraise. The video received a total of 1.7 billion visits and plays in 2012 alone. The real question to ask is if whether the millions who watch this video by Psy every day laugh at Psy himself or the comedy of the video. He first became famous with the viral video hits on YouTube. However, the mainstream media quickly accepted his due fame and he was invited to the top TV shows, including Today Show, MTV Music Awards, Saturday Night Live, and The Ellen Show. Most of the social networking media has been commenting on his use of color schemes in these different brightly colored suits. Some identified the reasons for the video being the best to watch. One explained that the video has humor that is odd, dance moves that are silly, set pieces which are interesting, choreography which is amusing, and colors which are garish, and everything else is also contained in the Gangnam style. It was also commented on social networks that the appeal and connotations of this Gangnam style is very appealing. They opened that the video communicated in the best and universal attractive language, which was developed through a unique combination of dance moves which were absorbed and contained a supervisory message and techno-Korean music. We will start by discussing the statistical data that we have collected from online sources and make a conclusion based on that.
We collected the data from online sources. Our data is YouTube views, subscriptions, and shares of the video of the Gangnam Style song. The data includes also Google searches and tweets. This data shows that the media has a greater effect in the spread of the Gangnam Style song. So we created our mathematical model without including the media to see what will be the effect if the media is not present. The mathematical model, which is the SIR model, contains three compartments. The S, which are the susceptible individuals. I represents the infected individuals, and R represents the recovered individuals. Using other parameters and variables from the data we collected, we created the mathematical model. Our mathematical model shows that in the absence of media, Gangnam Style wouldn't be so spread and popular. We chose to do our mathematical model without including the media because already in the presence of media, Gangnam Style has been so popular, like the statistical data showed. So we created the mathematical model without including the media to see that if the media has an effect or not. And we conclude that the media has a greater effect in the spread and popularity of the Gangnam Style song. Our graph, which is based on the mathematical model that we created, also shows this result. That is, the absence of media has a negative effect on the spread of Gangnam Style song. So without the media, the Gangnam Style song wouldn't be so popular and wouldn't be spread to so many parts of the world.